The youth stands in deep shock, his face slick with sweat, his expression speechless. An exclamation mark hovers overhead, signaling the profound realization of the terror he just experienced. The cat lay on the floor. He calls out happily, "Mr. Cat," attempting to check on the animal's well-being. The cat lies on its back, its internal voice screaming, "Wake up!" He realizes his terrifying form in horror. "Cat. I'm a cat." The cat passes out again, and the youth worries. He said something and passed out. The cat desperately thinks, "I have to stay in this shameful state. Due to lack of power." The youth, terrified the cat might die, desperately shakes it, yelling, "Don't die." The cat silently endures this frantic help. The young man is in shock, his eyes wide open. The cat screams in panic, "Stop," reacting to the horrifying news. The youth rejoices, "You're alive." The cat angrily replies, "I was never dead. Now put me down." And the youth submissively agrees. Yes, sir." The youth happily tells the cat, "I was surprised because you passed out." The cat is angrily confused. "It's me who passed out. Why were you surprised?" The cat looks at the youth with open disdain and annoyance. He internally scoffs, turning his head, thinking, "Strange kid." The cat sits on the floor, looking at its reflection in the mirror with irritation. The youth quietly observes the cat, smiling. The cat in the mirror looks at itself with deep contempt. Its reflection emphasizes irritation and the internal struggle with the shameful animal form. The cat sits on the floor, internally cursing his fate. "Darn it," he shouts with disgust. "Why did I change into a fat, stupid cat?" The youth tentatively addresses the cat, "Mr. Cat." The cat corrects him, "Kayden. Call me Kayden," to which the youth submissively replies, Yes, sir. "Mr. Kayden, sir." The youth asks the cat, voicing his astonishment, "How can you speak like a human when you're a cat?" The cat remains silent, turning away from the youth, and dives into internal thought. He deliberately ignores the direct question about his ability to speak. The cat irritably replies, "I can speak human, because I am human." The shocked youth asks, "You're a human?" The cat scoffs internally. "Stupid question." The cat confirms, "I'm a human like you, only temporarily." The youth asks, "So you're a human who transformed into a cat?" The cat dismissively brushes him off. No need to know more. The youth is baffled, surrounded by question marks. He is internally shocked. Is it possible for a human to turn into a cat? How's that even possible? The cat irritably retorts, "The answer to the first question is staring you directly in the eye." He admits, "I thought it was only possible theoretically, but apparently it is very real." The youth states, "I don't understand," but persists, asking, "Why did you turn into a cat?" The cat refuses to answer, until the youth asks about his bloody wounds. "Then why were you bloody and passed out?" The cat sits with his back to the youth, maintaining a tense silence. The kneeling youth waits for an answer to his last, critical question. The cat evades the question and says, "You and I met because of inevitable circumstances. That's all you need to know." He sternly adds, "It's better for you not to know." The youth nervously concedes, Okay, scratching the back of his head. His face expresses awkwardness after the cat's stern warning. The youth and the cat sit in awkward silence. The youth's face expresses dejection, as he is forced to accept the cat's secrecy and stop questioning him. The tense silence is shattered by the loud rumble of the cat's stomach. The youth stares in shock as the cat is put in yet another awkward situation. The youth offers the food. "You should eat. You were passed out and wounded." The cat protests indignantly. "You're telling me to eat cat food when you know I'm a human?" He reminds him, "My transformation is only temporary." The youth logically persuades the cat, "For now you're still a cat, and it's not good for cats to eat human food." The cat reluctantly agrees. "That's true," and adds thoughtfully, The youth asks the cat, "Please eat," and leaves to feed the hungry stray cats. He explains, "I couldn't feed them dinner before." The cat thoughtfully looks at the food. Left alone, the cat reluctantly admits, he's right. The cat decides to eat the cat food to recover as quickly as possible, despite the humiliation. The cat dejectedly leans down to the bowl, sniffing the cat food. He disgustedly thinks, "But I, the great Kayden, eating cat food. No, it's for my recovery." Just as the cat is about to eat, he abruptly lifts his head. His eye is wide and he exclaims in surprise, "Huh?" The cat is shocked by the unexpectedly intense flavor of the cat food. He exclaims, feeling a burst of aroma, "What is this flavor?" The cat abandons his pride and begins to greedily lick and chew the cat food. He forgets his human persona, delighting in the unexpected flavor. The cat ravenously chews the cat food, his tail contentedly wagging. He puzzled Ly thinks, why does it taste so good? Why? The cat completely empties the bowl and contentedly sprawls on the floor. He lies on his back with a bloated belly, defeated by his own appetite. Full belly. The cat's shameful Ly curses himself. Darn it. I ate stupid cat food. He self-righteously claims. And oh, it wasn't me. The stupid cat food just pushed itself down into my stomach. The full cat feels pain again. He frustrated Ly realizes his body isn't fully functioning, and he doesn't have much strength left. In a night view of the house, the cat realizes the danger. If I'm discovered dead now, I'll be dead meat. He resolves to stay hidden until he regains his strength. Jiwoo informs the cat, I'm going to step out for a minute, Mr. Kayden. He's going to the animal hospital to buy cat food, as he only has treats. The cat worries. Where are you going? Kayden, irritated, mentally asks. At this hour, not wanting Jiwoo to leave. Jiwoo surprised Ly turns back, sensing the cat's concern. Jiwoo suddenly realizes the reason for the cat's concern, surprised Ly exclaiming, H. He understands that the cat disapproves of him leaving. Jiwoo gently smiles and offers the cat. Would you like to come with me? He tries to ease his anxiety. Kayden shocked Ly replies, Huh. Kayden contemptuously rejects Jiwoo's offer, haughtily asking, why would I? His pride won't allow him to admit his anxiety. Jiwoo insists, don't be like that, come with me, subtly blackmailing the cat about revealing his secret. Kayden reluctantly caves. Yeah. Kayden agrees. I'll come with you, justifying it as monitoring Jiwoo. To monitor you, since I can't trust you alone. Jiwoo rejoices and gently pets the cat, who disapprovingly hisses. Jiwoo cheerfully scoops the cat up into his arms to take him along. Kayden's eyes widen in surprise, stunned by being carried. Kayden angrily shouts, what are you doing? Jiwoo confused Ly explains, you're hurt. I'm going to carry you to the hospital. Mistakenly thinking the cat is worried about the trip. Kayden furiously struggles, hissing, how dare you treat me like a cat? He angrily demands, the great Kayden will not travel like this. Kayden decisively orders Jiwoo, put me down, now. Fierce Ly clinging to his pride as they depart. A transition panel shows a night street. A bright street lamp illuminates the path, marking the beginning of their journey. Jiwoo chuckles, tucking the cat securely inside his suit jacket. Kayden is stunned and humiliated, poking his head out, muttering in fury. Kayden internally erupts, denying his form. What? Get a grip. I'm not a cat just because I look like one. His fury is emphasized by his wide cat eyes. Kayden shifts to self-rationalization, attributing his distress to his first time being a cat. He sadly shuts his eyes in resignation. Jiwoo walks down the night street. Kayden, tucked in the jacket, reluctant Ly sighs. It's not too bad. They finally arrive at their destination. The front of the animal hospital with its lit sign illuminates the night. Jiwoo arrives at the hospital and greets the familiar doctor. He explains that he brought the cat to have him checked, as he is hurt. Kayden internally panics. Kayden sinisterly realizes, he tricked me. Betrayal flashes in his eyes, hidden in Jiwoo's jacket, preparing for a strike. Following the doctor's instruction, Jiwoo gently places the cat on the counter. The doctor asks, what's his name? And Jiwoo replies, Kayden. The doctor jokes, that's a fancy name for a cat that looks like that. Kayden erupts in fury, internally vowing, I'll kill him. The doctor begins the exam, checking the cat's eyes and mouth. Kayden feels humiliation as the doctor probes his vulnerable belly. The doctor concludes the exam, stating he doesn't see a particular problem. Kayden cries out in shame. This is shameful. The doctor inquires about the cat's wound, confirming the scratches Jiwoo patched up. He states that he can't do anything more. Jiwoo sighs in relief, saying, that's fortunate. Kayden sits on the counter, drained after the humiliation, silently cursing Jiwoo. Jiwoo smiles in relief, but Kayden scowlingly wonders, what does he think is so fortunate? The betrayal lingers. The doctor jokes that Kayden needs a diet, causing Jiwoo to laugh. This final humiliation triggers Kayden's internal explosion. I'm really going to murder this man. The doctor confirms no prescription is needed, asking Jiwoo to simply monitor the cat. They exit the hospital and head toward the junk mart. Jiwoo walks out into the street, sighing. Well, that's a relief. Hidden in his jacket, Kayden scoffs, thinking, relief? Kayden peeks out of Jiwoo's jacket, accompanying him silently. He abruptly draws his attention to something with a tense, brooding expression. Kayden abruptly speaks to Jiwoo from his jacket. Hey. He inquires about a monster cat, possibly living in the neighborhood, sensing a threat. Jiwoo turns in confusion toward the cat. Monster cat? What are you talking about? Kayden growls angrily, realizing the communication barrier. Jiwoo stops and exclaims, startled by something he sees toward the side doorway of the building, confirming Kayden's sensing. The focus shifts to the dark space beside the building, where two sets of ominous, red eyes appear. The threat Kayden sensed is revealed. One of the monster cats steps out of the darkness, revealing a white-striped body and ominous red eyes. It moves aggressively. Jiwoo is stricken with fear, exclaiming, What's that? Kayden, held in his arms, is also in a state of shock, realizing the danger. The monster cat growls and advances, causing Jiwoo to panic over its tiger-like appearance. Kayden insists it is a real cat, validating the severity of the threat. The monster cat releases a loud hiss, opening its mouth to display sharp fangs and drool, turning the encounter into an imminent attack. Jiwoo immediately decides to flee the monster cat, exclaiming, How about we run away? He runs quickly, holding Kayden securely, as the aggressor pursues them. Kayden, tucked in Jiwoo's arms, is surprised by his quickness, but swiftly assesses, they're going to catch us, realizing that running is not a solution. The monster cat accelerates, rapidly gaining on Jiwoo. Jiwoo screams in terror, realizing escape is impossible. Kayden remains stoic. The monster cat ends its pursuit with a powerful jump, launching a direct attack at Jiwoo and Kayden. The physical fight begins. The monster cat reaches them midair, letting out a final hiss before impact. Jiwoo recoils with a shout, shielding Kayden with his body. Jiwoo successfully dodges the attack, but slips and falls near a dumpster. The monster cat lands nearby, ready for its next strike. Jiwoo comes to a sudden stop, slamming into an object with a loud BM. He cries out in pain, still shielding Kayden in his arms. Jiwoo checks if Kayden is all right. Kayden replies he is fine and decisively asks, What do we do now? He then declares, We need a weapon or something. Jiwoo, holding Kayden, finally realizes how to use their surroundings, exclaiming in sudden realization. He has found a potential weapon nearby. Jiwoo pulls a large cat toy wand from near the fall site and threatens the monster cat with it, shouting, Don't come near us. His weapon is a dangling toy. Kayden stares at Jiwoo with shock and disbelief. His strained expression shows he is absolutely baffled by Jiwoo's ridiculous choice of weapon. To Kayden's surprise, Jiwoo's plan works. He wields the toy wand, distracting the monster cat, whose cat instincts take over as it focuses on the mouse. Kayden finally erupts, questioning Jiwoo. Are you crazy? Jiwoo defends himself, exclaiming, This is the only thing I have, justifying his desperate plan. A sudden realization dawns on Kayden's face, and he exclaims. His eyes suddenly glow with intense, shining light, signaling a moment of power or strategy. In desperation, Jiwoo violently swings his arm, whoosh whoosh, and shouts, Don't come near me. He then pauses, realizes the attacker is gone, and looks up in confusion. The monster cat is fully engaged in playing with the toy, excitedly jumping. It forgets about Jiwoo, who watches the chaos in silent disbelief. Jiwoo realizes the distraction is working and decisively commands Kayden. Run away. Kayden. Now, using the brief pause to initiate their escape. To Jiwoo's utter shock, Kayden suddenly starts playing with the toy. He leaps to snatch the mouse, completely giving in to his cat instincts.